Hi everybody, I just want to welcome you to New Era. My name is Emma, and say that I'll do a quick reading just for the 1111 portal that is coming up on the 11th of November. I feel like I keep talking about it, and so there probably is a general wanting out there, and so I'm going to do this video. And I just want to say, with Scorpio season and coming into, I think we have full moon just a day after this 11/11. I don't know if in some areas on the earth we actually have full moon on the 11th itself, but you might feel the effect from both. And just this 11/11, I mean, if you think of the 11, it's just like a portal, and it's like 2/11, so it's like just extra highlighted. And having it become so strong with everything that has happened through all of this year. But I feel for myself, at least for the past 3 or 4 years, has been so intense. And then even going back to probably around somewhere 2011. So basically, or even 2010. So basically just a decade, like 10 years leading up to now, has been just a major shift. And there's so much that has shifted in consciousness. There's so much that has, like, there's so many people that has awakened. There's just a huge transformational thing going on right now. And with the leaders of the earth, with the shady stuff sort of coming up to the light, I just feel like everything that is not good anymore, it's just gonna, it is coming to the surface as we speak, just with climate change, with leaders, with financial situations, what have you. Not to focus on that, but rather to focus on what I can let go of, because just 1-1-1-1, there's just pure alignment. That's just new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. And it's like going through this portal. It's the same thing. If you compare this 11/11 portal like you don't have to make it into like a woo-woo thing. Like it's for the awakened ones, and it's for the selected ones, and what have you, star seeds and whatever. And it's a portal, and it's very spiritual. Like, you don't even have to make it out to be that way if you don't want to. You just have to sort of determine for yourself that on that day, just put down as an intention that on that day or around this time, which is now, when I'm recording this, I'm on the 8th of 11. So it's like leading up to the 11th, and around this time, I'm just going to decide that whatever does not fit in my life anymore, and have you noticed it has already taken care of itself, will be brought back to the surface, only to be let go. And so you don't have to deal with it anymore. And in doing so, in setting that intention, you will have to really start to look out for what is starting to talk in your body, what people really sort of starts to show, maybe even a stronger side to you that you really maybe haven't, you saw it coming, you saw some hints here and there of what's going on with the person, but now they're like, I don't think I should keep myself around this energy for quite that long anymore. To just let sort of people go, let old beliefs go, let old thoughts go, the version of you that does not matter anymore. And think of the word that it doesn't matter anymore. matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't materialize anymore. Just think of it in that way, that you don't have to materialize this version of you that is not just freaking up to par with everything that you asked for. Meaning, if you are the most gifted painter, just allow yourself to freaking paint. If you have something to say to the world, and you just know for a fact that you have something to say, you maybe not know exactly like how to put it down, but just start somewhere, and just to put that intention to, I'll just allow for my inner writer, inner author to come out, and just be done with it. Not be done with it in a way that but just put it like in a very final, this is it. I'm going to start to show up in the world as who I am and not pretend anymore, not play any games anymore, not hold myself back anymore, that sort of thing. And using 1111 as a sort of bouncing off place, sort of leaping into the future, and sort of decide for yourself that, okay, I'm going to let it go, and also make sort of a little pact with yourself that with yourself that start a little group and sort of just decide then that whatever does not fit, and I am as inspired to do this myself because it comes out of something that I wanted to record this as well for myself personally, obviously, that whatever you want to let go of, to never, ever, 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 ever speak of it again to anybody. And if that conversation comes up in your mind, if that's sort of, I don't have enough money, I don't have a partner, I'm not enough, he or she said this, I said that, or he or she might say this, and then I might say this, like pretending, if it's not to your liking, if it's not for your beneficial future, stop it. Like, just don't go there anymore. And when that happens anyway, because it will, because if you practiced it well, it will just keep doing it on its own, because the momentum has picked up in a way that it just keeps going. Just sort of ignore it, like a nagging, I don't know who's nagging. Somebody who's nagging in your life, or was nagging in your life, that just keeps talking, or that you're listening to in the phone and you sort of just almost do this, like you don't want to hear it. Sort of just like, la, 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 la. I don't have to listen to this right now. I don't have to engage in thoughts that I thought before. How uninteresting. And engage in thoughts I thought before. Those thoughts has led to something new, something brand new. And going through Scorpio season, being the most deep and transformational season of all times, you probably feel that you have become very clear of what you want and very clear of what you don't want. And I feel like, because I've been bombarded with questions about getting help, and I know for a fact that people that needs the most help is the people that have asked for the most. You've asked for the most, the biggest shift, the biggest change. You ask for things, and then it's also the people that sort of feel like shit, don't allow themselves to go there. So there can be other people in the world that really asks for a lot, but then they invite themselves to the party that they asked for. Can we have a party? Sure. The universe says, sure, we can have a party any day, any time. You pick the date, you pick the time, we'll be there. And then you don't show up and you feel so shitty. Why? Because you ask for something that you don't allow yourself to come to. That's why it feels so shitty right now. And because the energy just keeps intensifying, it just keeps being faster and faster and faster. And the more you ask, the faster the energy goes, and the faster, like, you can just imagine the asking for climate change right now, for what people has asked around the globe, the asking for change, and then have so many people continue to talk about what's going wrong with the world, and you wonder why they have migraines. They don't have migraines because the world is polluted. They have migraines because they ask for a better world, and the better world is already there to receive. Only we keep talking about the bad world, and that creates drama and trauma in our bodies. So we just have to allow ourselves to go to the place that we've asked for, if that makes sense. Also, one more thing. It feels like, I mean, there's even people saying they don't want to be here anymore. They like, it's not worth it. And I feel like that is just you being very secure and very safe in your old belief system, in your old house, let's say. And when new stuff is coming in now, because I feel like this is the heaven opening. Like this, it is so many people, like this has always been possible. It has always been available to us. You have always been able to create whatever you want to create throughout your entire life. But as we see others create and see them letting in stuff that is quite new that we haven't seen before, and then there's another person, and then there's another person. Now we have the hundredth monkey syndrome, that okay, if they can, I can. And so it's starting to rain in prosperity in a way that we've never seen before. And it's very unfamiliar. It's very unusual. It's a very, oh shoot, how do I deal with this excitement? I'm used to dealing with pain and worry and anguish, but how do I deal with passion and prosperity and abundance and richness and, you know, and being Swedish? You can't deal because you probably should feel guilty over everything. I felt happy today. Oh, shame on you for feeling happy. Shame on you for being rich. You have to give it to somebody that is less fortunate than you. So just own it. You freaking asked for it your entire life. We're here. We're having the shift. So have the shift and no more shit. And just let it in. Just let it in, whatever it is. And use 1111 as a portal. There's so much you can read about it. I won't get into that because that's not my truth. But there's so much to read about. So take whatever is resonating with you. Maybe you find a bunch of stuff out there that really resonates with you, that really can help you. So Google 1111 in this moment in time and see what you find. Other than that, just go within and feel what 1111 means to you. For me, it means alignment. For me, it also means soulmate connection. So that means that maybe people from your past are coming back, that you truly were meant to connect with. People that you've been waiting all of this time to, like after this 1111, you're going to reconnect with them. It just feels like the soul family is coming back together, and the people that you still haven't met you're just meeting them. You're meeting them around this time, this moment in time. Okay, guys, that was a little something. Just use 1111 as a fun way to more relax into the new and more relax out of the old, and sort of have fun with it, play with it, it's not that big of a deal. You don't really have to want to take your own life in order for you to let go of all the stuff that has been going on now. You just need to relax a bit more, indulge a bit more, enjoy a bit more, just play and have fun and laugh. Okay, guys, I hope it helps some of you guys out there, and it's a really, really magical time. It's a really fascinating, inspiring, sparkly time. So enjoy it. Okay, guys.